Another day, another MMO gameplay and update reveal we should get all super excited about. That gives us that new MMO card smell we also desperately crave. What MMO am I talking about? It's called Chrono Odyssey, and the developers just gave us a massive update that revealed some of the features we will see in the game, alongside some very intriguing gameplay. Even though there were a lot of exciting features and systems the devs talked about, I have a couple of things I want to point out and one serious doubt I have that makes me not buy into the hype of the game. I will have video chapters in the description, so feel free to skip to whatever part of the video you're interested in. As a small channel, your support means more than you think, as I appreciate every single one of y'all that tunes in and watches my content. It really means a lot. So if you like my content, then consider subscribing, as it really helps the channel out. Anyways, enough content creator talk. Let's dive in about Chrono Odyssey. Chrono Odyssey is an MMORPG developed by Chrono Studios and published by Kakao Games. The game offers an action-packed combat system similar to MMOs like Elder Scrolls Online and Black Desert Online. The game promises to emphasize exploration and adventure during your journey, alongside solo and party-based features such as bounty hunting, time portals, or expeditions and world bosses, while also offering an intriguing time manipulation feature as well. On the official Steam page, the game is described as a next-generation action MMORPG. The game features awe-inspiring visuals powered by the Unreal Engine 5, a vast and intricately designed seamless open world, dynamic action-based combat mechanics based on time manipulation and extensive customization. Now that we got a quick rundown of what Chrono Odyssey is, let's talk about some things I wanted to point out based on the recent developer interview. One of the biggest pitches about Chrono Odyssey was about exploration and adventure. The developers kept emphasizing how Chrono Odyssey is different from other traditional MMORPGs because of not only a time manipulation mechanic used when you go through exploring the world, but also they said that Chrono Odyssey will not have a fixed main storyline that most MMORPGs forced you to go through while progressing through the game. While that sounded actually really cool, if you kept on watching the developer interview, the developers pretty much contradicted themselves and later revealed about a main storyline the game will have. This is something to keep an eye on, as something about that segment didn't fully make sense to me. Are they referring to a main questline that you can do on and off without you being held from progressing further in the game? Or is this some type of marketing gimmick to hype up Chrono Odyssey to make it stand out from other MMORPGs? Clearly something does not add up here, and I'll be curious to see if this main questline will be present in the upcoming playtest sometime this summer. Another pitch the developers were making was how in Chrono Odyssey, there will be not traditional group roles you see in other MMOs, such as DPS, healers, and tanks. They claim you and your group can have whatever playstyle you like while doing group content. Quite honestly, I don't mind traditional roles, but I also do enjoy having role-less characters while doing group content, which sounds great and all, but once again, after making that claim, the developers went ahead and talked about how they want to make tanks and healers have the ability to solo content. Am I missing something here? Is there some type of missing element here, or are they literally just talking about fixed roles? I know this is the first developer interview, but it seems like the explanation of how the systems will work is all over the place, and quite contradictory to what they're saying. I'm hoping there's a little more clarity in the next developer update and the upcoming playtest as well. Now, these couple of things I've pointed out have me skeptical, and it could ultimately just be marketing gimmicks to hype up the game. Look, I've been playing MMOs for quite a while, and I just want another MMO that makes me want to put hundreds of hours into it. But it's hard to sometimes overlook when the developers and publishers are putting more into marketing and hype than the actual product. At the end of the day, we will see how this game plays out, as there will be more developer updates to further explain the mechanics and systems, and I hope my skepticism is wrong and Chrono Odyssey is a massive success. However, this leads to my major concern about the game, and that is who is publishing the game. Kakao Games does not have a good history when it comes to the monetization of games. Their latest MMO project was Black Desert Online, and that game for the longest time speaks for itself of how bad the monetization was. Now, I'm sure this will be a buy-to-play game, but it still won't really matter as Black Desert Online also had a buy-to-play model. If this game has any chance of succeeding, Kakao Games really needs to keep the cash shop for cosmetics only, and not have to have pay-to-win mechanics that give advantages to the player that either greatly enhances the progression of their character or gives an unfair advantage of some kind. Also, I am really curious on what in-game armor will look like. Let's not forget how much different in-game armor from Black Desert Online looked compared to the cash shop cosmetics. It's such a sleazy way to monetize your game by convincing the player to spend $20 to make their character look more interesting because your in-game gear looks uninspiring and basic. Obviously, I'm not thrilled about Kakao Games being the publisher on Chrono Odyssey, and I don't wish for MMORPGs to fail because I want another MMO to sink my teeth to, as the MMO community is starving for something fresh and new as well. But it's hard to be excited for Chrono Odyssey knowing Kakao Games' history of poor monetization. Anyways, that's all I have for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. What are your thoughts on Chrono Odyssey? Do you share my same concerns, or do you think I have nothing to worry about? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a like if you enjoy this type of content. Alright y'all, I'll see you in the next one.